Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back. In today's video update here for Cardano, we are trading at 43.9. 24-hour volume, we are up 79%, and market cap, we are down 4.41%. So heading over to our weekly chart here, I'm going to show you guys is essentially a descending triangle that we are going to be testing in the next couple of days to come, depending on the outcome of this candlestick in today's weekly chart. If we take a look here, we are continuously making a lot of higher low peaks here on these candlestick wicks, which essentially shows us a weakness of the buyers and they're not trying to push the price higher than the previous peak. However, if you take a look at the sellers itself, they are quite muted here, trying to only just push the price closer to an area of support at 4249. And if we take a look at our RSI, it has triggered a selling opportunity so far from the previous week into this week as well. So that is something we need to pay attention to, because if price does show up and the body itself is closer to the bottom as the body is going to grow this week, if it does, then essentially it does give us a danger warning closer to this area of support. And as we know, descending triangle chart patterns is a bearish continuation pattern, and a continuation pattern of the previous action here from the downtrend that we experienced from not breaking down support here on April 25th. So again, this is going to be a crucial week here for Cardano leading up to next week if we can be able to hold the support here and if we can come back and retest our 20 moving average. As we can see, the MACD indicator is still giving us hints that the trend may be over, and if we do see it flip from the green over to the red at an area of support, then we are ultimately going to break that support and confirm a continuation pattern of this descending triangle. Heading over to our daily chart here, I do want to show you yesterday's close candlestick. Now, yesterday's close candlestick, we can see that the body is relatively closer to the bottom, but we can debate if this is a spinning top candlestick. And normally spinning tops are best observed at the top by showing it as an exhaustion of the uptrend. Now we see it at the very bottom. It could be interpreted as an exhaustion of the downtrend and ultimately show us that we are considered to be oversold and an opportunity of a reversal may present itself. However, we do need to wait until today's close, because what may actually happen is we may close above the body. This is confirmation of a spinning top candlestick, is making sure where we close the next previous candlestick itself. If we do close below the body, it's confirmation that we are losing grip of a potential reversal and we are going to continue to come down. If we take a look at areas of support here, we can see some candlesticks retracing closer to our next fib, which is the 78% of our fib, which is 43 cents here. As I zoom out, and we're going to use the volume indicator for supply and demand zones where price may actually lead to, we can see we're on the outskirts of this nice chunk or the supply and demand. So price itself can move fairly quickly down here if we're not going to hold support at 78%, ultimately resulting in a 41% decrease. Now, what we can see too at this area of support or this area of our fib is essentially our RSI is 0% and 3%. If we do have a crossover either today ending or tomorrow opening, we need to evaluate if that candlestick itself is retracing above this previous spinning top candlestick to give us hopes that we are going to reverse and hold support at this downtrend. Now, going over to an hourly chart. Now, our hourly chart does show us a little difference in the amount of body that we're getting. So the amount of body of the candlesticks. And this is something that I want to show you guys in the previous year of this spinning top candlestick. Again, this here can be interpreted as a hammer candlestick with the characteristics of the lower wick. But because the confirmation of the previous candle did not close above the body, it did not have enough confirmation that we were going to hold this area of support and price was going to reverse after this candlestick. So we want to make sure the confirmation after the candlestick and the characteristics of that to give us more momentum and more confirmation we are going to do a reversal. So if we take a look at the previous three action candlesticks, we can see essentially the support itself has drawn down to 43.48. But another thing too here, what we're seeing is that we're not creating another higher high. We're actually coming down low and the volume itself is coming lower. Now the volume itself is not supported by the uptrend, so we want to look at shorter trades, not in the 1 hour, because what may actually happen is we are going to get hit by resistance and price is going to retrace down. If we take a look at our RSI here, we're only at 66% and 42% of our RSI. Essentially, what we can do is price can come up just a little bit, but be prepared again to be stopped at this area of resistance at around 44.12. Depending if we are able to get up here is going to be dependent heavily on the volume. So far in this hour, we only produced 61,000 trades, not enough to come up and retest this area of resistance from the previous candlesticks. So price again is going to come back down and may retest this area here for resist or support at 43.4. If not, depending on how fast the current or sell-off is, we may actually find ourselves closer to 42.84. As we can see, the MACD indicator is getting lighter in the color. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to have a surge of the price and price is going to skyrocket over to our 20 moving average. It just essentially tells us that the the momentum of these red bars, the momentum of this bear trend may soon be over. As a confirmation, if we want to break through either a resistance line or a moving average, we need to make sure that we are in the green and those bars are looking fairly big, such as this indicator here. We can see that the bars are getting bigger as the incline, as the volume produced a little bit longer, more than the previous action of the previous candle. So that is my video here for Cardano. Those are my targets for you guys here. Be prepared. Price is going to fluctuate quite frequently for Cardano. There is a lot of volatility in this coin itself today and in this week. Let's follow up tomorrow. Hope to see you guys there.